Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Dychronic, your host here on this Destiny 2 video, and today we're going to be showing you where the Xur is and his inventory, all the random rolls, and my recommendations for the Xur. Now, this video is going to be a little bit different than the ones before because I am kind of on a Thanksgiving break, so I'm using my mobile setup, so you're going to see a lot of pictures in this one rather than some actual gameplay footage. But these are actual pictures of what's actually going on with all the rolls, so we'll still be able to talk about everything that he has. So the Xur can be found in his regular location in the tower, so spawning into the tower, follow this red line along the map. Make sure you're doing all the loop-de-loops of visiting Amanda, visiting Colonel the chicken, and then finally getting your way into the top area where there's like a bunch of stairs, usually a lot of people around it, and that's where the Xur is. And this is going to be your high overview of everything that he does have available. First up, let's go and get started with the weapon. We have the Graviton Lance, a pulse rifle that used to tear it up in the Crucible. Nowadays, it's a more of a middling kind of pulse rifle. It's still a really nice pulse rifle. It's one of those pulse rifles that have infinite range on that second shot of the burst and can actually match up with a lot of these scout rifles in the game. Now, there's a lot of gimmicks to this weapon. First of all, it's a 2-round burst. That second shot having a lot more recoil and also doing a lot more damage. Like in PvP, the first shot does like 8 damage, the second shot does 52 damage. It's all about that second shot. On top of that, that second shot actually has no damage fall off whatsoever, so it's actually pretty nice at long range and can compete with scout rifles. On top of that, kills with this weapon can cause the enemy to detonate and spawn a bunch of void projectiles that track targets. Now, this used to be absolutely devastating when it was in its haymaker days and was just destroying the Crucible with Vigilance wing, but since then, again, like I said, has been more of a middling pulse rifle. It also has a catalyst that helps with target acquisition, which is obviously really great for this kind of weapon because it's more of a PvP focused kind of weapon. However, that was part of faction rallies when I got it, and it does take a long time to complete it. I don't know how to get it outside of that. Moving on to the Hunter exotic known as the Stompies. This exotic leg basically increases your sprint speed, slide distance, and makes you jump higher and faster. This is going to be your quintessential Hunter armor that makes you an absolute ninja in the Crucible, and as such, that is exactly where I recommend it. On top of that, as far as its rolls go, having a primary in mobility is a very good focus and good synergy for this exotic. A secondary in discipline is not really kind of synergy, but it's still nice to have. I would have liked to see a bit more in recovery because recovery is also nice in the Crucible, but overall a pretty good roll for a very above average exotic. Moving on to the Warlock exotic, we have the transversive steps, very similar to the Stompies, being that it's these sprint boots for the Warlock, increasing the sprint speed, and after a short time of sprinting, your currently equipped weapon is automatically reloaded. So this one is going to be all about running fast, getting in there with shotguns and SMGs, automatically reloading weapons with it, being able to escape combat quicker, being able to get into combat quicker, get to locations quicker. This is one of my favorite Warlock exotics in the game. I think I put it at number 4 in my recent top 5 for my Warlock. Or is that video supposed to be coming out Sunday? Ooh, spoilers. As far as the rolls going, having a primary in mobility is good synergy with his exotic. However, it is pretty mobile. You don't really need that much more mobility, and a secondary in intellect is exactly what you want, and a tertiary in recovery and a quaternary in discipline means that it's a very good roll, good synergy, very good roll, an excellent exotic. If you don't have this or you have a poor version of this, this is definitely going to be the one you want. And then finally, we have the Titan exotic known as URSA FURIOSA. These exotic arms basically make it so you move faster while guarding when Sentinel Shield is active, and guarded damage converts to super energy when the super ends. So this is going to be basically your super energy exotic. While using and blocking damage with your Sentinel Shield active, you're going to be getting some super energy back after it's finished. Overall, I find this very useful in any circumstance that you need his Sentinel Shield. However, these days, I would say the Titan is used more often for his bubble, for his weapons of light, and his hammer strike, so URSA FURIOSA is kind of dropped in the meta just because people don't use that super as much. As far as his rolls go, having a primary in resistance is always nice for a Titan, especially for Sentinel Shield and guarding and protecting your team. It's very good synergy, and his secondary in intellect is again a great synergy for this exotic because it's all about supers. So overall, a pretty much S tier roll on a pretty above average exotic. And that's going to be pretty much it. That's going to be the full Xur's inventory, my recommendations, all that whatnot. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions, any concerns. But yeah, that's going to be the end of it. Hope you guys did enjoy. My name is Dychronic, and I will see you guys on the next one.